Hello Year 9s, this is a hint video for your learning check we're going to ask you to do. What we would like you to do is download it from Show My Homework, download the document, have a go at the questions and email it back. If there's bits you can't do, don't worry. I'm just interested in what you can do. If you can do part of it, I'll be happy with that. Just send it in. Now here we are. Question 1. Look at the spinner. Think about what fraction is blue. Think about what fraction is yellow. Which colour is most likely? Here, well, mark on the scale with an arrow the probability of landing on green. Look at the scale, 0 to 1. It's split into quarters. But what's the probability on green? On green, have a look here and think. That's question 1. Here's question 2. Think about a fair 6-sided dice is thrown, so you've got 1 to 6. Here's your probability scale. Think about where these are. Well, that's right at the end, isn't it, on 1? Where's that? To me, it looks about halfway. Here, think about where that is. And for each of these, you've got to match it. So a number less than 7. Well, think about what numbers here are less than 7. A 6 is thrown. How many numbers are on the die? And how many of them are 6? An odd number. Well, what's your chance of getting an odd number? How many odd numbers are on the die and how many even numbers? You've got to place these on the number line. So write an A, B, C in each of one of these. Okay, Sean has a box of pens. The box contains 6 blue pens, 8 black pens and 3 red pens. Well, I'm going to give you a bit of help here. How many pens have we got altogether? 6 and 8 and 3. Yes, that's right. 17. So your probability here is going to be out of 17. Here, it's going to be out of 17. So, there's a bit of a hint. Don't want to give you too much more for that. But what's the probability he picks a blue pen? Well, look at this. What's the probability he picks a green pen? Think about how many green pens there are. Now here's a little bit more of an interesting question. Some more blue pens are added to the box. The probability of selecting a blue is now a half. Well, how many blue pens would you need to add to make it half of the total? Half of the total. Maybe do a bit of trial and improvement on that. Try a few numbers and see what happens. Okay, this one's about listing possible outcomes. A bag contains a green bead, a white bead, a purple bead, and a coin can land on tails and heads. A bead is chosen at random from the bag and a coin is flipped. One of the possible outcomes is green, a green bead, and a tail, green tail. List all the other possible outcomes. Well, you've got one there, green and tails. So I could have any colour and either heads or tails. Let me write another one I can think of. Well, I could have purple and tails. I could have any colour and any of either of heads and tails. You've just got to get all the possible combinations. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Well, all possibilities have to add up to 1. So this number, this number, this number, which you need to find, and this number add up to 1. So I would try and add these together and think about what you need to make 1. This one's going to take a bit more thinking. You have 2 you don't know. You've got 2 probabilities, PE and history. You do know that history is 2x and PE is 1x. So history must be twice the probability of PE, double the probability. So at least try to do this, because look, there's 3 marks. 3 marks. So if you try to add these together and find out what you need, you're going to get some marks. So I'd be adding these together first and seeing what's left for these 2. I hope these hints are helping. Well, here's the last couple of questions. The probability a spinner lands on 3 is 2/5. How many 3s would I expect to get in 40 spins? Well, if the probability is 2/5, I'd expect it to be 3 2/5 of the time. We know it doesn't always work out like that, but it's what we expect. So I'd first find 1/5 of this and then see what 2/5 are. See if we can remember our fractions of amounts. Number 8. There's a 20% chance it will rain on any day in September. In the 30 days of September, how many days do you expect it to rain on? Well, you need 20% of the number of days. What's 20% of the number of days in September? Now, I've given you, I think, some good hints. Do your best on this and try to hand it in. Thank you very much.